Testing. Men suck. That's kind of why I like women. But this isn't really about that. This is about why men suck. So, I get this a lot from a lot of female friends and a lot of clients as well. They always say shit like, why the hell do they have to be like that? It's up to the responsibility of the guys to change first. And I'm not saying that that shouldn't happen. In fact, I kind of agree that I think everyone should take responsibility. But if you're that kind of person who says that as well, if you're the kind of person who says, guys suck, guys are all bastards, guys are all dickheads, that doesn't really solve the problem. Because the problem here is that if you're someone who's putting that blame on someone else, then you're never going to learn. To me, that's the most important part. And that's like why I work with all these people and stuff, is that a lot of people do say stuff like that. A lot of people do blame other people. When in actual fact, if you're not getting the results you want, if you're looking for a guy and you're not getting the results you want, there are only two reasons why you haven't actually achieved that. And the first reason is you don't have the right mentality. So that's like your mindset, that's the way you think about it all. And the second reason is that you don't have the right strategy. Now, that's what we do when we go through coaching. We work on your mentality and we work on your strategy and give you the ideas and to understand the relationship, or if you're looking to meet a guy, for what it is my hair weird? For what it is and not for what you would like it to be, because that's the most important part. Because a lot of us, we have this grand idea of what relationships should be like, and then when it actually comes down to the situation, we're like, well, you know, it should have been like this, but why is it like this? And then there's a mismatch, and then we blame that guy, or we blame, not him personally, but we blame that person for not being what we imagine them to be like. And we're not talking about coaching now, we're talking about in this situation, but it happens all the time. And pardon my language, I'm holding myself from like swearing right now, because if you know me personally, I probably swear a bit too much. But it was crazy because I think it was like maybe 2 months ago I tried to get my motorbike license and I got it, just for fun. What happened was they told us this little story about, you know, you're driving your motorbike down the road and the first time someone almost hits you, you're like, bloody bastard. The second time someone almost hits you, you're like, well, fuck this guy. But the third time someone almost hits you, you start to realize maybe I need to get a bit more adept. So if you're having problems with guys, and if you're a guy watching this, if you're having problems with girls and you keep blaming the girls, so if you keep blaming the other person for what you're not getting, that's the worst thing in the world, because you're shooting yourself in the foot. You're not giving your brain this, like, the satisfaction that it needs to actually look at the situation and be like, hey, well, you know, I did X, Y, Z and that freaked them out. I did X, Y, Z, that also freaked them out. I did X, Y, Z, you know, they seem to like me a bit more. So maybe doing these particular things actually shows my personality a bit more. And that's the thing about when I talk about strategies, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with you, because people often get that confused. And this is a quick little side rant, is that people often get that confused where when it comes to driving a car, they're okay to say, hey, I just need to practice this. But when it comes to interpersonal skills, they think that they should have that already. Little things like developing a character are still a skill set, just like driving a car. And at one point, you have to actually realize that if you're not getting the results you want, maybe how you learnt to drive the car, so maybe how you learnt to relate to people, isn't necessarily working out for you. And if you're still blaming the other person for this, if you're blaming for all the guys for being assholes, or for being dickheads, or for being jerks, what's the other word, like fuckboys, if you're blaming the other, like everyone else, for being that dickhead guy, then you're never going to learn the solution to the problem, and you're probably going to keep attracting these people because you're doing the same thing. Anyway, if you do like this video, I made a quiz. We can click here, or like click on my chest if you're into that kind of thing. I won't click in here to do it. It's a quiz that is all about figuring out your values, but more specifically, what kind of guy you're going to attract being the person you are like now. So make sure to click everywhere that I put these links. or in the little description below if you're actually watching this on mobile. And make sure to subscribe for more videos on life and love and the two come together. All right. See you soon. I'm going to Sydney soon, by the way. That's fun. I'll be vlogging that. So Instagram, click here. Can you click for Instagram? I don't think you can. But here it is for my Instagram thing. So yeah, follow that. I'll be sharing stories and see you later.